Welcome back to Everyday English, where we slow down, tell a story, and help you learn real, conversational English, the kind people use every day without even realizing it. Today's story is called The Missed Call. And as always, I'll explain the new or difficult phrases along the way, naturally, like a friend would. Alright, let's begin. Jia was in the middle of making dinner when her phone buzzed. Buzzed, that just means it vibrated. Phones do that when you get a notification, right? She wiped her hands on a kitchen towel, picked it up, and saw it. One missed call, Dad, 5 minutes ago. She froze for a second. That tiny moment of hesitation. And then she did nothing. Put the phone down, stirred the pasta, told herself she'd call him back later. Missed call, that's when someone calls you, but you don't answer in time. Simple, but sometimes it means more than we think. Now, here's the thing about Jia and her dad. They were close, but not always comfortable. Not always comfortable. That means they cared for each other, but talking wasn't always easy. Sometimes there's silence or awkward pauses. Their conversations usually started with weather, then wandered into work, and ended with her saying, "Okay, I should go." They weren't the "I miss you" kind of people. More like, "Are you eating properly?" or "Check your tire pressure." Those are what we call side door expressions of love. It's not "I love you" directly, but it means the same thing in their own way. The next morning, she woke up early, reached for her phone like usual, and remembered. She never called him back. She felt that little sting of guilt. You know what I mean? Sting of guilt, that's that sharp, uncomfortable feeling you get when you regret something. Like a tiny emotional pinch. So she called. It rang twice. Then straight to voicemail. We all know that feeling, right? That ugh in your stomach when you've missed the moment. Straight to voicemail usually means the person's phone is off or they can't talk. And ugh is that sound of discomfort or regret. It's not a word, really, but you feel it. 2 hours later, her dad texted back. "Hey, sorry I missed you. Just wanted to hear your voice. All good. Talk soon." She stared at the message longer than she needed to. Longer than she needed to, that's a phrase we use when someone is clearly thinking deeply about something, even if they don't say it. Because what hit her was this. She had thought she had time. To call back. To talk later. To catch up. But later isn't always guaranteed. That's a phrase native speakers use often. Later isn't guaranteed, meaning we shouldn't assume there will always be another chance. It's real. And a little heavy. So that evening, she called again. He picked up this time. And yeah, it was awkward at first. But then it got better. They talked about his favorite childhood memory. About her new project at work. About nothing and everything. And before hanging up, she said, "I'm really glad I caught you." Caught you, that's a natural way to say, "I'm glad I got to talk to you," especially when the timing finally works out. He just chuckled and said, "Me too, Beta." Beta, that's what he called her. It means child or daughter in Hindi. And for once, the silence between them felt warm, not awkward. And that was The Missed Call. A story about hesitation, small regrets, and how sometimes calling back isn't just about the phone. It's about connection. And along the way, you picked up some very real, native English. Buzzed. Missed call. Sting of guilt. Side door expression of love. Straight to voicemail. Later isn't guaranteed. I'm glad I caught you. Simple, emotional, and honest, just like real English in the real world. Try using one of those today, even just in your thoughts. It'll stick better than you think. Thanks for listening. And hey, maybe check your missed calls today. You never know who's waiting to hear your voice. See you in the next story.